Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. It's me. And welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with another episode of Nik at Night. And I have finally come down from cloud nine that I was on after last weekend's NFL playoffs. I have never in my life, I, not that I can remember, I've never seen such great playoff games as I saw last week. Each and every game was a nail biter, came down to the wire. And I don't know what can happen this weekend that's going to top it, but it's possible and I can't wait to see it. Anyway, so it just was so much going on. It was so exciting. Patrick Mahomes, the Bills, um, it just was so much. It took me a moment to decompress. I was doing my other show and trying to watch the Bills and the Chiefs, and I just could not contain myself. It was so exciting. And I'm at a point in the year where I realize that the NFL is winding down. We're right smack dab almost in the middle of the NBA season. And, you know, we're going to get to a place where there's no NBA and there's no NFL, and that is such a sad place for me. But right now, I am super excited because there's so much going on. There's the NFL, there's the NBA, and right now, this weekend, we're going to close out the Australian Open. That's a tennis match that I absolutely love. And although all of my favorites haven't played in this tournament this year, a few of my favorites have. I am a huge fan of Rafael Nadal from Spain. Also, Naomi Osaka, she returned. She did get beat in the third round, but she did play. She was looking pretty good, so I'm excited to see her for the rest of the tennis season. The Australian Open is the first major tournament of the tennis season, so that's why it's a big deal. There are four major tennis tournaments, and the Australian Open is the very first one of the season. Also, they have two gentlemen, two brothers, one from Canada and one from France. Now, um, Gael Monfils, who is from France, he's been around for years. He's been around for a really long time. And if I'm being honest, Gael Monfils probably has the best athletic attributes in tennis. And he has had these attributes since he's played tennis. Where Gael lacks is his mental. And it's not like he's a live wire, but he doesn't concentrate and he does not focus well. And so he's lost a lot of matches trying to be an entertainer versus trying to freaking win. But it seems like now, for whatever reason, he's recently married and he's just older. And I'm thinking that is helping him to focus and stay focused throughout the duration of a match because a tennis match can be really long and exhausting. So he did lose in was it the quarterfinals? Yeah, the quarterfinals. He did lose, but it was still a very well played match, and he lost to a higher seeded player who was supposed to beat him. But if Gael Monfils is in his element, if he is laser focused and completely healthy, I think he's the best tennis player on the planet. He has the potential to be. It's all in his head. So I'm hoping that this year is the year that he can put it all together and hopefully win one of these tennis grand slams. It would be a shame for him to go throughout his career and not have won a grand slam. Also, there's a younger gentleman from Canada whose name is Felix Auger Aliassime. And he looks like, he reminds me physically of Arthur Ashe. He's a really good player. He's not super young, but he's an up and comer. He's not won a big tournament yet, but he's always in the mix. He lost last night to Medvedev, who is, I want to say, Medvedev is like the number one, number two player in the world right now. So he was supposed to beat him, but Felix was in this match. Felix could have easily won this match. He won the first two sets. He could have closed the door. I don't know what happened. I went to sleep on it because it's coming on really early in the morning, so I didn't get to catch it all. But I'm hoping and praying that one of those fellas, and yes, they're black, that's why I like them a lot. You know, there's not a lot of us that play tennis, so the ones that do play and who are exceptional, I love them. Um, but my favorite current tennis player of all time right now, on the men's side, is Rafael Nadal, and he's from Spain, and he's still in it, and he has to play a semifinal match against Bertini, who's the guy who actually beat Gael Monfils. Rafa Nadal, there are three guys that are like the kings of tennis, and they have been for the last 15 years. Rafa is at 20 Grand Slam championships. Novak Djokovic is at 20 Grand Slam championships, and Roger Federer is at 20 Grand Slam championships. So everybody is waiting to see which one of those three guys is going to make it to 21 first. And because Novak Djokovic was not allowed to play in this tournament because of the COVID situation, his COVID stuff, he doesn't want to be vaccinated. So they wouldn't let him play. It was a really big deal. But since he's not here, then Rafa has the opportunity to get to 21 first. So it is a really, really, really big deal. And I'm so very excited. I love Rafa. Now, I like them all. I love Federer. I like Novak Djokovic. But it is just something about Rafa Nadal that I just love him. He's like Popeye the Sailor Man. He has this, smirk on his face. His left hand, which is his dominant hand that he plays with, is huge, just like Popeye the Sailor Man. Anyway, I love him. So that's this weekend, along with the finals of that tennis tournament are this weekend, along with the NFL playoffs are going to continue. And so I'm very excited, very excited, very excited for all of it. There's some good boxing coming on this weekend as well. Huge, huge fight next weekend on the 5th. So we'll talk about that on my show Friday with Boxiana. Y'all come back and we'll discuss on live Friday night at 9:30 Central Standard Time. But I just had to get on. I'm trying to keep pace with myself, give my weekly video. And so that's what it's about. Y'all, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to recap. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to recap the first 7 episodes of Ozark. They dropped the first 7 episodes of the last season of Ozark, and I have to do a recap on that because, baby, there's a lot going on. Anyway, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time.